Hey there, folks. How's the quarantine going? Right now, these are very trying times and we need some comforting food. So today, I'm gonna show you how to make this and this into a delicious soup to go great with a grilled cheese sandwich. So today, we're making caramelized onion and tomato soup with a perfectly grilled cheese sandwich. Oh.
Forget about it, it's time to stay home. Times have gotten rough, make it better with Duff. Wash our both hands, it's what the time demands. Stay the fuck out we are home, no time to roam. And get to cooking with Scott, all you need is a pot, and also probably some hot.
Okay, so we're gonna be making a caramelized onion and tomato soup. And all you need for that are two onions, a 28-ounce can of tomatoes, and then we're talking like crap ass, just your store brand tomatoes. Just make sure that they're whole, that's all you need. You're gonna need a little bit of cumin, about a teaspoon of cumin, and a little pinch of cayenne pepper, just, to make it spicy. So you're gonna take your onions first, and you're gonna slice them really thin. Now, in an earlier video, we talked about slicing onions. You're gonna chop it up through the root end, peel it off, and then you're gonna peel off that root. So you see right here, there's that little, it's too branched out. You see right here, there's that little nub. So we're going to make a little triangle right there to get that root end out so that all the onion slices fall apart. And then you're just gonna make really small slices of onion, like so. First of all, can we give it up for Caleb and that amazing song that he did? 10 years old, can't even deal. All right, so you get the onions all sliced up, like so. Then you're gonna get a nice big stock pot. You're gonna dump in 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna put that over medium high heat to get that to melt. And then you're going to slowly add the onions in, just so they start to cook just a little bit. So like about a minute or two, grab a handful, put them in, let them get soft. After a minute, grab some more, put some more in, season it with salt, and then you're gonna lower the temperature down to medium low. All right, so it's gonna be like a slow cooking. What you're doing when you're caramelizing onions, you're bringing out the natural sugars of them. So you just wanna make it nice and slow. So that should take about like 15, 20 minutes until you have like a nice like yellowy, goldeny, soft onions. Then you're going to take your can of tomatoes, dump that in, along with 4 cups of either stock or water. I am using the stock left over from my chickpeas that I made the other night. So look at this, free, cheap. Then you're gonna cook that. Oh, before you add in the tomatoes, you need to add in your cumin and your cayenne. Give that a stir. Let that cook for like about 30 seconds. Then add the tomatoes and the stock. Bring it up to a boil, reduce to a simmer. Let it all cook for about 20 minutes or so until all the flavors meld. And then you're either going to take an immersion blender, which is that stick that you put in, go wah, 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 and in. Whir it around, or you can throw it in a blender. But if you're doing this in a blender, work in batches because this shit is hot and it'll come poof, right out the blender. Again, there's a medical emergency right now. Don't need you going to the emergency room with scalds. Scalds? Whatever. You don't want to get burned. And then we're gonna make a grilled cheese sandwich to go with it. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just adding some onions in a little bit at a time. Already got some working in there. You want to make sure that you give it a little bit of pinch of salt and then stir it around just until they wilt. So I got this recipe when I worked at Tomboy in Andersonville ages ago. So this is a big old shout out to Linda and Stacy, the chefs there, who gave me this recipe. It's just the best tomato soup, so comforting and amazing, and much better than anything you can get canned, for real. Okay, so the onions are beautiful golden color right now. If you were making like regular caramelized onions, you'd want to go even longer, probably another 40 minutes slow, but stirring constantly because these suckers will burn. But we're making soup. So now at this point, you're gonna want to put in a teaspoon of cumin, and like a quarter teaspoon of cayenne, you know, to make it spicy. Oh, come on now. Blammo. Give that a stir so it can kind of cook. Bloom the spice, as they say. All right, there we are. That's thrilling content right there. And now you're gonna take your can of whole tomatoes, dump them right in. 4 cups of either stock or water. Like I said, I'm using my chickpea bean stock right in here. I want to crank that up to high to bring it to a boil, and then once it boils, reduce to a simmer and let it cook for about 10 minutes. And then we're gonna blend it up. Soup. Alrighty, I've taken the soup off the stove. It looks great, it smells yummy, and now what? It's an immersion blender. You just stick it in. So basically I'm just gonna take this and make it all smooth and soupy. If you don't have one of these, again, you can use a blender, but work in batches because this is hot and it'll make your blender explode. Yeah, right here. I've already gone and made a grilled cheese. Here's the thing about making the perfect grilled cheese. You need bread. I like American cheese and good stuff from the deli, you know, not Kraft singles because that's cheese food. They have to put food at the end because it's not really cheese. And then instead of putting butter on the outside of your bread when you grill it, mayonnaise. I know, sounds weird, but it changed my life. There's something about it that makes because it's like eggs and oil, it makes this nice little crust on there, and the cheese is all oozy, and it's just mwah, perfection. So I'm gonna finish blending this, and then it's time to eat. Okay, here we go. We got delicious grilled cheese and delicious tomato soup that we made on our own. This is super duper cheap to make, and even if you bought like Campbell's soup, which is, you still get more just with tomatoes and onions and grilled cheese. So, get warm, get cozy, and as always, wash your gross hands. Oh yeah. Okay, I don't think I goofed enough on how amazing that theme song is by 10-year-old Caleb. Incredible. And Maya Shmaya did all the photography, I'm pretty sure. So thank you so much. It means it's so great. Here's the thing that's so wonderful about this awful time. I think we're seeing the really, really good in people coming out. So keep making, keep creating, keep being good. Look at Caleb. That kid's our future. So thank you. I'm probably gonna play the song again. Wash your gross hands.